Oke, Bismillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So today we had another weekend tech talk, English talk, with our greatest speaker today that we invited. That is uh, Mr. Ahmed Abdul Kadir. Can you hear me, Mr. Ahmed Abdul Kabir?
Yes, I can hear you, bro.
Okay. Before that, could you introduce us about yourself?
Okay, my name is Ahmed Abdul Qadir. I'm from Somalia. So I have graduated from Faculty of Agriculture, Department of Animal Production. It was in Sudan, and I studied in Arabic. So after that, I decided to improve my English. Then, uh, when I came back, or before I came back from Sudan, I joined Tandem to exchange language, like in order to study Swahili and also to practice my English and also my Arabic.
Okay, Sir Abdul Qadir, I have some question about Somalia. Okay,
Okay.
can you tell us about the little thing about Somalia and the condition in Somalia today?
Okay. So Somalia today, is a country that is struggling, like, to make things better, because the country has been through like a lot of problems. Let's say civil war, and before the civil war, there were a lot of things that happened. Let's say that mostly there were like more than a government that ruled the country. So after the last government collapsed, there were let's say a civil war, and after the civil war, the country has been like in a very hard situation. So now the country is recovering, and everything is trying to be like it's getting better little by little. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, we can hear you. Okay. So, what's the best culture in Somalia?
Okay, the best culture is, I guess in Somalia is you know when Somalis they like to help each other. Most of the Somali people, they like to help each other. Let's say in terms of the family, or like of the tribe, or let's say it's called uh, they like to help each other. Okay, for example, maybe it's because of the war, and also because of most of the Somali people a long time ago, like they were living in the, let's say, in the rural places, so they were like livestock. And these places, like, people need like to help each other, or you can't survive alone. So this culture came also like to the cities, like on the modern places, and people still like, they like to help each other.
Okay, next question is what is the biggest misconception about Somalia in the eyes of outside world, sir?
Okay, I guess most of the people, when you talk about Somalia, they just tell you about Somali pirates, or
Yes.
let's say, yeah, that's what pops up like to their mind. Okay, maybe it's because of some of the Hollywood movies. I don't know. So yeah, so that's kind of like Hollywood, the impact of Hollywood with a lot of people. So, and people, most of the people, like, they don't like to read and know something about, like, or to search. They just follow the media. No matter what the media no matter how much this media like inspires it, or trying like to, how can I say, serve a specific agenda. You know. So that is yeah, most of the people, like, they think that it's just, how can I say, a country that's still like having like some kind of famine. People like don't have something to eat, and also, let's say, about the pirates. That's the two things that most of the times like pops up to the mind. or like people even like when you say like when I'm using like some kind of language platforms like exchange platforms, or the platforms that we use like to practice English. So when you say I'm from Somalia, the first question they ask you is about like the pirates.
Okay, thank you for your answer. And talk about pirates. There is still pirates in Somalia?
I'm not sure actually, but I guess recently, maybe if it's, I'm not sure if it was like, uh, I'm not sure, like it was maybe 6 months, more than 6 months. There was a Bangladesh, let's say, ship that they were saying like the Somali pirates, they hold it, okay? Yeah, but I guess long time ago, there was like something, they were like so active, but nowadays and recently there's no like pirating let's say activity anymore,
Yes, I know, I know. Okay.
yeah.
All right. So, what is the main language in Somalia? Is there any new language except for the main language that is in Somalia?
Okay, in Somalia, most of the people, the official language and the most used language is Somali language, okay? But there are also some minorities who have like specific language, okay? Yeah, mostly are like Bantu language or Cushitic language. The Somali language is a Cushitic language, and also for me, I speak Somali and I speak Chimwini. So Chimwini is like a Bantu language, and the Somali language is a Cushitic language.
Could
Okay.
you wait? Could you teach us some uh, words in Somalia?
Okay, so you can say okay, you can say Iskawaran.
What is that? What is kawaran?
Yeah, means like how are you? Mm,
Okay, okay.
Oh, so
yeah,
like Iskawara.
yeah,
How are you
Iskawaran.
in
So the
Somalia?
answer should be Fi'an. Fi'an means I'm good.
Yeah.
Mm,
Oh,
Oh, Fian.
yeah.
okay. Maybe let's talk about Islam in Somalia. Okay. How is significant is the role of Islam in daily life of the Somali people?
I
The
guess most of the Somali people are Muslims, like, and also they're like follow the, how can I say, the madhab of, let's say, Imam Shafi'i, same as Indonesia. So they are
yes.
Sunni people.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
and you know uh, the impact of Islam about Somalia, like you can realize that like whenever Somali people, even like when they are abroad, they try like to establish maybe Islamic school, like when people students uh, can memorize the Quran or can learn the Quran, and here in Somalia, like every single place you can find these kind of Islamic schools that teach Quran, even in the Somali culture, like where children don't go like to kindergartens, they go to the Islamic school in order to learn the Quran first. After that they go like to the schools to learn other things. Although like nowadays, or let's say it's not like the old days, but that was the culture long time ago.
Okay. Thank you for your answer. And what is the biggest challenge what is the biggest challenge to become biggest challenge become a Somali people? And maybe if you going to another country, it will be more challenging or others.
Okay, can you repeat that again? I didn't catch. I didn't
Uh,
understand.
the
Okay.
what is the biggest challenge become the Somali people?
Okay, I guess the country has been through like has some let's say security issues. So sometimes when you are in some kind of let's say airports, maybe they can stop you, or like they can doubt, they can delay or detain you. Okay, because they're thinking like all the Somali people, maybe they are like or like most of them, they are maybe kind of involved with you know any kind of group that are like in the country. So that can be a challenge. But I guess you have to be like confident. If you don't know, like you do, how can I say, if you I mean, if you are sure like you didn't do anything bad, so there is no way like to fear. You have to be confident, and everyone is trying to detain you. They just like go in, like, how can I say, to lose their time, right? So as long as you are like you know yourself, so there's no way, I guess, to worry about that. Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So the next question I want to ask is that what is the best tradition food in Somalia?
The best tradition.
The best food. It's like, is there any food that
Okay,
Somalia
for
is different
me,
than other countries?
so the food. So in the cities, mostly people like serve, let's say, rice and spaghetti. But I guess in the rural places, the real local Somali dishes are like mostly are something related to the meat, camel meat, and also camel milk mostly. And also we have like some kind of crops like maize and other crops that we use it like to. We have something called ambulo. So it's like made of like let's say maize, sorghum, or wheat. Okay, it has different ways to be like to make. So we have this kind of dishes, and also with the, let's say, camel milk. Okay, so they are served with the camel milk, and also there is like the camel meat that's served like in different ways. Okay, we use it like with the rice. We serve it with different kind of like bread and different kinds of, let's say, of of things. Yeah.
All right, all right. I think that's a unique food that maybe if we go to Somalia, we could try it. And
Yeah, camel meat. And
so
also
in our
let's
weekend,
not forget about the fish. Let's not forget about the fish. So Somali has like
okay,
the
okay.
longest coastline in East Africa, I guess, in Africa in general. So there is a lot of fish, like tuna, different kinds of fish. So also, Yakira, you can find like a lot of different kinds of like fish, yeah, in Somalia.
Okay, okay.
Okay, sounds delicious, I think. So in this week English talk, we are sharing about Somalia and Benelux. I was kind of confused. What is Benelux? Could you tell us about what is Benelux?
Okay, so Benny Lewis is the author of Fluent in 3 Months. Okay, so when I started, or I was interested in learning language, so I wasn't have like any guideline like from where I should start, as a beginner, from where I get the resources, all this stuff. They were like I was kind of like a blind person. So the first book that I read about language, like the way of learning, like the new language, was a book by Bill Handley. It was translated to Arabic. Then I read it in English also. So the name of the book is Easy and Fast Way to Learn a Language. Okay, so it discussed a lot of things about learning language, why you should learn a language, a new language, what's the importance of learning a new language. So how can I say, how you can memorize a lot of vocabulary in a very fastly and in a very short time. The book discusses about different things. Okay, so even like how to learn, the language that are not used. nowadays, like the Latin language, and also how to learn the script of different language. So it covers most of the topics that you need to learn a language, like from scratch until you become like fluent. So that is one book that I read. Then again, I discovered about Benny Lewis book. It's like Fluent in 3 Months. So he has a blog that's called Fluent in 3 Months, and also he is the writer of this book that's called like Fluent in 3 Months. So he discussed about the language hacks that you can do and can let you achieve a good level, let's say A2, or let's say B1 or B2, okay, level, like in just 3 months. How you can achieve that, like any language that you are learning. So that was like the book's name is Fluent in 3 Months, and it's written by Benny Lewis, and it discussed about also the same topic, like how you can learn the language or language very fast. So Benny Lewis is an Irish polyglot. So Irish polyglot. He was facing some problems in learning Spanish language, let's say, or let's say German language when he was studying. Okay, like in a school. Lately, like after that, when he discovered about this way or this new way of learning a language, so he was able like to learn maybe now more than 20 languages. There are some language that he is very fluent in it, others he just knows the basics of it, and others he's like let's say intermediate. So he also let's say author of the just like 4 books. It's about language hacking. Okay, so there's like the language hacker of Spanish, so it's the Spanish language hacking of Mandarin Chinese, and also French and German. It's like the principles that he discussed it in Fluent in 3 Months. So he trying like to make it like in a very applicable way in these books, these 4 books. So if you are interested in this language, you can use that book, and it will help you like to, if you follow it, like it will help you to learn the language very fast.
Okay, so this Ben Lewis is like an author of a book for to learn about languages like that.
Yeah, even in his blog, if you are interested like in any language, if you write, so you can guide, like there are a lot of contributors like in his blog, so you can find any guideline like with any language. So if you if you're interested like in learning, let's say Persian language, Swahili, so you can just like write that in the if you write in the Google, mostly you will find like the guideline of this way. So recently, like he makes some kind of courses like about like I don't know if it's live or not, but it's mainly like trying to convince you like that you can learn the language very fast. So it gives you like something applicable. So he makes this kind of courses also, like the language hacking courses.
Okay, so I want to ask, is there any new languages that you want to learn about? Maybe from when you read this Ben Lewis book, you want to learn other kind of language except English or Somalia.
Okay, so for me, I started in 2023 to learn Swahili. Okay, so some of the first I was just using a very classic way, like using Duolingo and a book to learn from it. But lately I tried like to make it in a fun way. Like I use Tandem to meet people from Kenya and Tanzania to practice with them, and also I watch like some kind of let's say videos, or let's say local drama. Okay, that's like in Swahili. So that helped me like to improve my language very fast. So it's not, I can't say like I applied all the tips and tricks that are mentioned in this book, but also applying some of it helped me like to boost my level, even like let's say my speaking level.
Okay. Maybe that's all for our weekend English talk today. For telling us about amazing about the country of Somalia and what we learned about this author called Ben Luis. Thank you very much for Mr. Ahmed Abdul Kadir. We were very interested with this new country that we learned about. Thank you very much. Uh,
You're welcome. You're welcome, Sir Ahmed and Mr. Abizar. Abizar.
Abizar, yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
It was
yeah.
nice talking to you. It was nice talking to you. Let me say like sampai jumpa, terima kasih.
Sama-sama.
Yeah.
Like,
Bye-bye.
yeah.
You
See
learn
you.
about Indonesian language.
Yeah, yeah. I just know how to introduce myself. Like, nama saya Ahmed. Siapa namamu? You know, just like very basic things.
Yeah. Maybe we should learn about Somalia language too.
Of course. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for Mr. Ahmed Abdul Kadir. I think this is all for us. Thank you very much. I will end here. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay.
Wow.
Waalaikumsalam. See you guys. Have a great one.
See you.
See you.